WildChild is on a very long adventure to get Captain Lexi back home to Canada. It's in mid-March when we have to make some long passages across the dreaded Mona Passage. First from Puerto Rico to the Dominican Republic, and then from the north side of Samana to Luperon, where we're going to stage ourselves for our jump to Bahamas soon. We all know that Captain Lexi is a purist sailor who never wants to have to motor. Mainsail full up, not a lick of wind. As the captain, I'm racked with self-doubt. This is the beginning of the weather window for the passage, but should I wait a few hours till we get some wind? You can't even tell where the sky ends and the water begins. We all know that Captain Lexi is a sailing purist who just hates to motor. I have hours and hours of footage I could show you from that weekend, but they all pretty much look like this. The skies were gray and cloudy, the ocean was okay, it was kind of rolly, the waves were confused and crossing with the swell. Sometimes we had 10 knots of wind, sometimes we had 25. Sailing is kind of boring, really. Hours and hours and hours and days and days and days, just sitting at the helm in this. But you know, no matter how many years that I've spent on the ocean, no matter how many tens of thousands of miles I've done, no matter how boring I find it, it's always a delightful day when you get escorted in by a pod of dolphins. That never gets old and never gets boring. Dolphins! A whole pod of them. Look, there. A whole bunch on the bow. You aren't having, right? Hi, dolphins! Hi! You're so pretty! Oh, I got a fishing lure out the back. Don't bite it. Oh, hey guys. I thought I'd just give you guys an update. WildChild is in El Valle on the north shore of the Dominican Republic at anchor right now. I know you're not allowed to anchor in the Dominican Republic. It's against their laws, blah, blah, blah. They got a million rules as to why you can't do things, but we're doing it anyways. I don't know if I bothered to make the video of the Mona Passage crossing for you, but we did it Saturday and Sunday, and it went fine. Like, my crew could almost say, what's the big deal about the Mona Passage? Because I did so well with my calculations and choosing my weather window and my course and my route. We actually handled it really good. And then we arrived here yesterday in El Valle to anchor, which is what you can see behind me. It's a rolly anchorage for sure. I don't know if you can tell how much I'm bouncing around. But it was a good rest stop. Tonight, or this afternoon at 4 p.m., we're going to lift the hook and we're going to head to Ocean World at Puerto Plata. El Valle is actually quite protected from the trade winds, but it's fair to call it a rolly anchorage, isn't it? Yeah, it's a bit rolly here. Okie dokie, the vessel is secure. It's 4 o'clock on Monday. It's time to go. Let the suffering begin. Ready to suffer? Let's suffer. I have to motor out of the anchorage and get away from the mountains before I risk raising the mainsail. It's really swirly at the base of the mountains. And there we go. WildChild just turned her engine off. We are single reef in the main, just coming out of the anchorage now. The winds, as you can see, have been extremely unstable, unsteady, flipping around like crazy up and down. But after we get out of the shadow of the mountains, it got a little more steady. There you go, that's sailing. I thought I was far enough out away from the mountains to have stable winds. I turned my engine off. We were sailing along on single reef main. I thought, okay, she looks stable. Let's begin pulling the Jenny. The engine was off. And just like that, Mother Nature turned the winds off and we had zero wind and it started clocking around. You have to get pretty far from the mountains before you get stability in the winds. So these boomer cowards that like to sail real close to the mountains for calmness, I think that's crazy. You don't even get stable winds until you're 2 to 5 miles out. I'm only a mile offshore, and she's not stable yet. Okay, let's try now. Let's go. I don't know. As you can see, she's not stable. I often wonder what you guys think sailing is really about or really like. I know I had a romantic image of sailing before I got out here. We got knocked down by Quebec winds just 2 miles that way yesterday. So I'm very nervous, I'm very anxious. We're coming out into the thorny path, into what's going to be very strong afternoon winds. We're close enough to the mountains to get knocked down or rounded up by Quebec winds again. I'm being very conservative. I've got maybe 50% Jenny out, first reef in the main. Trying to sort of beam reach, but the winds are really unstable. Until I get 4 or 5 miles offshore, I'm not going to trust the wind. It's very stressful. That's why I have my teddy bear for emotional comfort and support. There's a lot of anxiety in my life, a lot of stress. And sailing is definitely not a stress-free existence, let me tell you. Alright, hey guys, I'm not sure, I haven't done very much recording at all in the last like 5 days of sailing because it's kind of boring. I just sit here, listen to music or watch on my little tablet or stare at the ocean and the sky, and it's kind of boring for you guys. But it is 11 a.m. on, I don't know, some day of the week, and I just made the executive decision to skip Ocean World and finish the run all the way to Luperon. We're out here sailing in perfect conditions, but they are building. We're only 10 miles away from Luperon now, so in 2 hours we'll get it finished, and I just decided that was a wiser, better, safer decision. So we're gonna get to visit Luperon again. Because sailing captains need to be flexible. Luperon is a good place to rest. I'm going to change out my crew. Vinay is going home, and a new girl named Daisy from the United Kingdom is coming to crew for me, but she's a baby sailor, and she's gonna need training.